Oh, Jenna, how do you feel about when people cut the pack in half before revealing? Oh. Okay. So that is a whole Jenna makes fancy cards. Okay. Let's start with question 1. How do I feel when people cut the pack in half? Now, I mean, those are their cards. They can do what they want. Most of the time, people are, you're cutting the pack to try and create the shock value and those highlight-worthy moments. And, you're rolling the dice on that because odds are when you cut the pack, you're not going to pull anything good. But there's going to be the time when you cut the Charizard and you're going to be big sad. And for me, I don't like the cutting of the pack content. I can't watch it. As someone who now understands, one, the value of these cards from a strictly collector resale value perspective, but now in a gameplay perspective of like, oh, I could have used this card in a tournament that does these cool things, and now you've cut them all in half, and I can't use them anymore. That hurts my soul. It's harder to watch that type of content now than it was before I got into Pokemon cards. To Randy's question, now that Steph plays TCG Online, how do you decide who redeems codes? That's a good question as well. And we've had a system since the very beginning where Steph has always gotten half of the codes. This is what happens in marriage. Everything is we share it, and so since the beginning we've always split the codes. And Steph has a case full of cards to redeem. The stack is like she's only redeemed a couple so far, but the stack is about, I'm not going to show it on camera, but her stack is like that thick of dozens of cards that she's been sitting on to redeem. So she's going to have some epic pack openings at some point. And to be fair, of the Evolving Skies packs that we got yesterday, Steph bought 4 of them. So Steph buys cards too. It's still mostly me though. And to Meg's last question, how do I feel about people opening packs and cars? Oh, well, first off, welcome back, Meg. And 2, this one's a subliminal, because we have this conversation a lot. If you go on the internet, on TikTok, on Reddit, there's this weird phenomenon. I think it's weird. And hey, if you enjoy opening packs of cards in the car, you do you. But there is a lot of people who enjoy opening Pokemon cards in the car, and I think it's odd, and I think it's wildly impractical. I don't understand the motivation to opening. Like, you can't wait till you get home to open the cards. Like, you have to open them in the driver's seat right then and there. Like, what happens when you pull something good? And like, this is every day. I'm sending these posts to Meg every day of like, this person just pulled an alternate art Rayquaza card. This is valued at at TCG Player, it's like $800 right now, and that you're holding it in the car. Like, are you prepared to handle that and bring that home? Do you have sleeves and top loaders in the car? Most of the time, these people don't. And then even if you don't pull anything big, like, do you just throw the wrapper? Like, do you have a garbage can in your car that you can throw all this waste out in? How are you just gonna hold this loose stack of cards back in the house? Like, I've seen people open like entire boxes of cards in the car, and like, wait, why don't you just wait till you're at a table? Like, you can buy a thing that attaches to your steering wheel just to give you a tabletop to make it easier to open stuff up. And like, no, people are just like, I need to see what's inside these packs now. And the only benefit I can see is that you open them in the car so that if you pull something, if you have the itch to buy more, you can still do that. And to me, that's the only benefit. Otherwise, the logistics just don't work out. And Fakos Power Robot says, did you ever read the manual of a new video game on the drive home from the mall? Now, we haven't had... I think that's a little different. That's a little different. That's an interesting point. The manual is one piece. You have the box, you open the box, maybe there's a little bit of plastic that probably came in the bag anyway, and it's the one manual. Have I done that? Yes. But you're also here it's at least like 10 cards. And most people are opening multiple cards, and then you might be handling something of high value. And like you're not going to mess up the value of the game too bad. Like once you've opened it, you've already like lost the value of the game itself. So it's not quite the same thing. But is the excitement really such that you're willing to risk messing up your potential big cards and investments because you need to see what's inside right now? I see a comment from Nevitz Estevan. Give me a second once I get a better handle on the Tetris situation here. Heavy gamblers, addicts, they think type scratch art will sit in the store and make person scan it. Oh, I've seen that. Maybe it's the gambling side, and it's the fact that, yeah, there's a heavy gambling component to Pokemon cards. When I used to work at a pharmacy and I worked the cash register, the people who were the most hardcore were the people that didn't scratch the scratch tickets. So I don't know if you guys know this. You don't have to scratch the scratch tickets to see if you won or not. The whole point of scratching the card is for entertainment value. It's the experience of scratching to go through the suspense and see whether or not you won. Usually you lose, but you always lose by like one thing. And that's part of the experience that you're paying for. But when you see the heavy gambler, as Nevis Esteban mentions it, like they buy the scratch ticket and then they scratch like the one part that you have that scans in to reveal if it won or not, and they just give it back to you. They don't care about any of that stuff. It's like, did I win the thing or not? Yeah, and it might be that. Scratch the barcode at the bottom of the scan. Exactly. I know that type. And yeah, screw people playing Vayne. Just tell me if I won. See, there, Jenna's one of those people. You just buy the scratch ticket. Just buy the scratch ticket. Tell me if I won. I don't need. I can just let me save my 5 minutes on something else. And I've talked about it multiple times on the stream with Pokemon cards and are you really a collector or are you? And there's nothing wrong with. I think there's a number of people who go about like they buy hundreds of packs, booster packs, and they're like, I really just want this one Charizard card, and then you buy 10 booster boxes, and like it would have just been cheaper to just buy the card in the secondary market, but it's for those people. I don't think it's about getting the card. I think it's really they enjoy the experience of opening the packs and flipping them one at a time and hoping that they naturally pull that chase card. And I get it. And like, hey, if you want to play that game, by all means do so. Just know that there are more efficient ways to complete what you claim to be your ultimate goal. And as long as you understand that or are accepting of the actions that you take, by all means, buy as many packs as you want. Uh-oh. Here we go. Also, we're top 2. Oh, we got it! We got it! Oh, man, I just spent the whole time ranting about gambling and Pokemon cards, and I didn't realize we just won Tetris. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. GG's.